Down at 7 o'clock, it is ST Ace.
ST Ace.
And diagonal from him in the upper right, blue Zerg, is Kyrix Zenith.
Kyrix Zenith.
Well, we'll see which openings the two elect to go with this time around. I like the idea of Kyrix going with the double hatchery. It just didn't work out for him in the end. I think he just got out-microed because he allowed his queen to get surrounded. Outside of that, you know, it could have been a different match. Who knows?
Yeah, he definitely started off well. Didn't have his hatchery blocked. He even, he picked off that first Zealot too in a 2-gate Zealot rush. That's actually quite good. But yeah, he just lost it somewhere, and Ace took advantage of it.
Ace with the gateway at the choke point. We'll see if he goes for the same build order as he did last game, and why wouldn't he?
Well, you know, I'm hoping he does the warp gate pressure. I'm calling it every game until it happens. But this map is a little bit long for the 2-gate Zealot. Steps of War is a much better choice, which is why I was a little surprised we didn't see Steps of War eliminated by Kyrix. But, you know, that was the first game. Let's see, I guess, what happens now.
Well, the information will point to the fact that double hatchery is underway. A simulator for ST Ace. And he is going to go with a, going with a cybernetics core rather than the 2 gates. So we're going with a different opening for ST Ace, the same opening for Kyrix Zenith.
Yeah, definitely. I think Tech is the best route here. 2 gates not going to really be an option unless you're all-in rushing. I think some sort of proxy, perhaps. But man, I really want to see the warp gate rush. I want to see the proxy pylon, and I want to see the pressure on from start to finish.
Would be fun to see. I like seeing creative openings, but of course they don't always work, which is why people don't use them.
True.
But it is risky and fun to watch when it does work.
That's true. That's why Ace is playing and not me.
Well, the cybernetics core is complete for Ace. First 2 Zerglings out for Kyrix. They say hello to this probe. Probe meets Zerglings. And, gonna be able to get one of those Zerglings there by the Stalker.
And now I definitely like this. It looks like Protoss applying a bit of early game pressure again. You know, just a different form this time. Zerg's pretty much got it wrapped up, but it's costing him. It's costing him to try to defend like this. You know, he's got to make Zerglings, can't make drones. But what he is making is speed up Zerglings, and that is almost at 50% here. So Ace is going to have to be careful in the beginning here with just these few number of units. Otherwise, he's going to get surrounded and lose, you know, all or half of his army.
Boy, let's see if he can micro those Stalkers out. This will be impressive.
Yeah, we see more Zerglings running out of the hatchery. It looks like he's looking for the timing when speed finishes to try to bust Ace here.
Going all the way back to the base. And almost gets through, but the force field protects them from getting up. Good play.
That it does, Ace. But I hate to see him use the force field in that spot because he's going to need it in a second here. And he's only got 1 left now that new sentry's popped out.
And can they get up? Here's the Zerglings. 1 more force field. Great placement on the force field.
Excellent warp and excellent placement.
What a play here by ST Ace. Gotta be pleased with that play. Wow, more Zerglings added. Hiding a few Zerglings a little bit up above here.
Ace has got to be careful. He's sneaking down that ramp. There we go, back up.
And a couple more force fields. Sort of a rope-a-dope strategy that Kyrix was using as he hit about 8 Zerglings a little bit out of sight. Try to make STAs feel a little overconfident in this battle.
Yeah, he was definitely trying to draw him out there and surround him with those Zerglings, but Ace wisely, he's been wanting to lay down the Nexus. He's had 400 minerals for a while, but he's like, okay, well, this is not going to happen that quickly. He's got 4 gateways now. I like it. Oh,
going
I hope
after
he
the
canceled
Nexus.
that.
More force fields.
Wow. That is not what Kyrix wanted to have happen there.
Nice micro by ST Ace, and now the Roaches come down for their shot.
And now Protoss moving up with his army here. He's just killed pretty much every Zergling that Kyrix had. He knows he's going to be weak. He's brought a probe along. I love it. We're going to see Warp Gate pressure probably until the end of the game.
Look at these force fields isolating that one Roach, which is picked up with ease. Going after that Overlord now. Roach is going around the backside. They're trying to get out the pylon, the warp pylon, and they get it. Very important pylon to take out.
Yes, it was. Now he's got to warp his units all the way back from his natural, which gives them a slight disadvantage because these Zergling reinforcements are fast.
Plenty of Roaches still.
Oh, wow, he's got to get the sentries moving back here or something. He can't lose them.
Roach is doing some damage here. Good control here by Kyrix. Kyrix, and finally some more sentries and stalkers come out. Nice force field there. Great play by ST Ace.
And we see Kyrix at first was playing pretty hungry style, but he has actually added quite a lot of drones. His income is booming at 1,200. And the Protoss Nexus just restarted about 30 seconds ago, so I'm actually hoping we're gonna see a little something by the Protoss Magical here so he doesn't fall behind.
Yeah, food count actually surprisingly quite close. Of course, our Zerg player Kyrix had an advantage of having his...
free Zerglings here. Down to the Protoss Natural, the Zerglings were just running, a little too anxious, running into the Protoss base.
Expanding to the high-yield minerals. Good play by Kyrix as STAC, he tried his attack the first time. It wasn't really successful as he was forced to back up. Might be a little shy to attack again. Maybe buy him up enough time to set up another expansion.
Yeah, that's definitely what he's thinking. Get another expansion, more Roaches. He's got a Hydralist in. He's going to start pumping those units. Actually, I like the timing. I think it's going to be just right to get an edge up on Ace while not dying to some sort of rush in the next minute or two.
Plenty of units there for Kyrix.
Again, we're seeing this hallucinated Phoenix flying around the map, scouting out the Zerg, pretending to attack, seeing everything that's going on.
Third hatchery is complete with the high-yield minerals.
Yeah, with these Hydralisks out, it's going to spell trouble for Ace in the mid-game here. He's just laid down his robotics facility, and I'm guessing he's going to try to mix in some sort of Templar, some sort of Colossus and possibly Templar mix, but it's going to take him time to get this tech route, so That gold mineral expansion already up for the Zerg, looking real good. He's going to be pumping lots of units real soon.
And now it has been spotted. ST Ace is going to have an answer for that. Spire about halfway complete. Robotics Bay just starting.
Yeah, Zerg is content here. He sees Protoss is just massing up, so he knows he's got a little up on units for the time being. Let's go ahead and take another expansion, work on our upgrades, work on pumping the right kind of units out. It's going to be real hard for St. Ace, I think.
And Kyrix looking to expand again. Places he's looking at over at the 11 o'clock area as well as 3 o'clock. Oh, and again to 9 o'clock, expanding there as well.
Yeah, well, that was the problem. The robotics facility is just now starting to pump Colossus out, so it's taken this long for Ace to actually get a unit that can fight the Hydras efficiently. And Kyrix has already got gold base, 2 more expansions coming, Spire Tech route. Wow, it's looking really tough for him.
Yeah, just too many expansions right now for Kyrix, although ST Ace also expanding.
And Kyrix, even with all these expansions, he's got a lot of money. He's stuck at 170 supply with 1,400, 500. So, he's about to be maxed, folks. That's what's about to happen.
Well, the question is going to be, what's he going to do with it? See the mineral counts there. And maxed out right now, indeed.
Yes, he is.
And as he is maxed out, that prompts him to go. Attack is on for Kyrix.
Yeah, he's kind of floating around with these corruptors here, trying to pick off the Colossus. Just doing little army movements, whatever he can do to try to, tease Ace and say, hey, look, my big army's here and ready to destroy you. Make one mistake and I will.
Ground army heading down. A lot of roaches. And total map control right now for Kyrix. 187 for unit count. And trying to bust through these cannons. Stalkers, couple of Colossus as well. No force fields being used yet by the Sentries.
Yeah, a little bit late there with the force fields, and I would like to see the shield as well. But right there for Kyrix, that was just kind of rinsing out part of his army. He had, before that battle, he had well over 2K. He was maxed, and he's like, hey, I got too much stuff and no production to make.
2,000 for minerals right now for Kyrix, and he is maxed out. Oh boy, look at all of those roaches, corruptors.
Yeah, and right now it looks like he's just satisfied to control all the bases he's got. He's making an Ultralisk Cavern. He's also upgrading the Greater Spire, so...
Because you might as well.
You might
with all the money he's got, you might. I mean, what else are you going to do with it?
Yeah, Ace knows this, and he's putting on the pressure now. He knows he can't keep waiting. He's got to do something with the army he's got.
Corruptors from the backside, trying to take out the Colossus. Trying to get the Colossus force fields up at the front of the battle. Stalker's hiding behind it.
Kyrix has got to be careful not to lose his whole army because he can't rebuild it he might not be able to rebuild it fast enough against a very large Protoss army that's remaining here.
Wow. And they are pushing forward. Plenty of Stalkers left. Army count down to 163. That is slightly better than the 143 for ST Ace.
Yeah, we got a few Broodlings coming out here, but like you said, that's a lot of Stalkers left. He's got Blink as well, so these are going to go down fast without any support units.
Ultralisks are out now, and there.
That's what we needed to see.
Oh boy. All of a sudden.
I was like, Kyrix, what are you doing, friend?
The game changes. I was starting to get worried that he's going to let this slip away, but out of nowhere come about 8 Ultralisks, and I think it goes back to that, well, he's going to make this, and this because you may as well.
May as well.
And that is what is going to end this game. Is it safe to say that Kyrix is going to win this set?
You know, I am notorious for predicting matches in the wrong way ever since SC1. Artosis has let me know this, and so I'm gonna hesitate here to say that.
You're gonna hold off.
I'm gonna hold off because usually whenever I predict, I'm absolutely wrong.
All right. Well, we have 7 Ultralisks that are awaiting command. You know those huge mammoth-like creatures in Lord of the Rings, the Return of the King. Boy, those Ultralisks, the arrival in that battle, it kind of reminded me of that scene where you have all these elephants coming out. I mean, not even elephant, I mean like mammoth elephants coming out and just taking over the battle. And that is what they're doing right now. Thinking about engaging and then actually backing off. Gonna wait for a few more units. And the Zerglings come to aid.
Yeah, Ace is doing an excellent job with the units he has just to pick off whatever he can. And Kyrix is actually quite hungry for resources. His drones have been mining that long distance mining that gold patch ever since he lost the base. So I'd kind of like to see him expand again to the right or retake the gold base, just because I think there might still be enough minerals to make it worthwhile.
And once again, Kyrix is almost maxed out at 195 food. That is a scary army.
These armies are dangerous. I really like the pure high-tech army here of Kyrix. Like you said, the war elephants here also quite scary in both SC2 and SC1.
Probably like to have a few more Zerglings in there as well in the mix. I mean, certainly help out a little bit more against those Stalkers. And he's sending his drones out to get killed so he can replenish his units as well. So it just shows you how confident and how much he is preparing for this battle.
Yeah, I think he realizes he needs more army units and less drones.
Well, the question here, though, is if he loses his entire army in a battle, will he be able to replenish? Because now, by the way, ST Ace is also maxed out in his unit count as well.
Yeah, and his units are quite scary as well. This Immortal, Colossus, Stalker mix. I think what Zerg has to do now is to hold on to the center of the map and not let Protoss get one more base. If Protoss gets one more base, I think we're going to see Saint Ace come back and stomp Kyrix.
Well, both being very patient for the time being. Investors. And look.
Oh, those Templars, not what you want to lose at this point.
Oh boy, being chased down. Does lose the Templars.
Oh, that he did, and I see why he made them. He has a warp prism out here with 2 Templars loaded in them. We're about to see her feedback harassment. Very nice.
And the warp prism is gone.
Wow. Well, it was good while it lasted. I think he got one feedback out there, and well, it wasn't quite enough. There's still a bunch of infestors with a lot of energy.
Boy, look at the mineral count of Kyrix Zenith. 4,000 mineral, 3,000 gas, maxed out at 200. And he is ready to go.
Wow.
This is the mother of all battles. Ultralisks versus Colossus, and Stalkers in there, everything. Hydralisks, Corruptors. I mean, this is the battle of the ages. And busting through are some more Ultralisks, and there is the GG. I think it was expected, looking at the mix, that Kyrix Zenith was going to come out on top of that particular battle. Indeed, he does. And that means we are going to have to go to a third and deciding set on Delta Quadrant. Boy, that was indeed the mother of all battles that we have seen. That is our Moab of the day. And let's talk about how the game started to run away. It just seemed like Kyrix was able to macro at will without being harassed.
It did. When he moved out into the middle there with his units after he killed so many Zerglings, it looked like he was going to start applying pressure. He made the pylon, he was killing units, but instead of defending the pylon and going on with the pressure, he said, okay, I'll snap a couple overlords and go back and defend. Kyrix jumped on this, expanded. We saw the result. It looked a little wishy-washy there in the middle. That was quite an interesting fight at the end. It was a good game.
It was a good game, and a high-risk move, because it seemed like Kyrix was a little bit behind at the early part. He took a gamble as he went to take the high-yield minerals. It seemed to pay off for him. Do you think maybe STACE was a little slow in his expansions?
Well, when the Zerglings that he did wind up killing in the beginning, they forced him to cancel that Nexus. I think he did actually cancel, but he decided, okay, I got all these gateways, let's try a little rush, and then he found himself behind.
Well, behind he was. Let's go to set 3 to decide this game.